Hi, welcome to a new series on my channel called I Still Don't Know Is Undecided, but it has to do with fans and parasocialism. Oh wow, we started on that one, didn't we? Parasocialism. I think we got it. We did. Check the dictionary. Yes, we did get it. This video was sponsored by this is so unserious. This video was sponsored by rivalry. No, they didn't sponsor it, but can someone sponsor my channel, please? Actually, no, you guys get me to 1,000 subscribers, and so I can start getting that ad revenue money. There you go. I said my intentions. I want money. Do you see the economy we're living in? Anyways, back to the series. Fans that hate their faves. Is that gonna be it? Fans that hate their faves. It's somewhat of an alliteration, but it's not quite there. This video was inspired by rivalry. Rivalry is a Canadian show that quickly rose to prominence in 2025, the later part of 2025. After the first 1 and 2 episodes dropped, the show quickly shot to prominence and fame, and everybody started tuning in. It was a breakout hit. It was a show that even the actors and the creators didn't expect to reach the heights that it did, but it was one of the most highly rated shows from 2025, and it's also has one of the highest rated episodes on IMDb. That's how serious it is. It's a really good show. But not only is it good, it quickly rose to prominence. And whenever something quickly rises to fame and acknowledgement by not just fans, by the general public, when it stops being that niche thing, that little thing that people in the small corner of the internet laugh about, you do get an increase in despicable behavior carried out by the fans. And this isn't going to be some educational commentary on parasocialism. I said it right this time. There are so many great videos about it, and I'm going to link them in the description below, and I would like and implore you to watch those videos. So I am not on Twitter, thank God for that, so I'm not seeing much of the vitriol coming from fans. But I don't think you necessarily have to be on Twitter to know how much hate the fans have for the actors of rivalry. Rivalry, if you do not know, if you've been living under a rock, it's a Canadian TV show that was adapted from a book with the same name, Rivalry, and it follows hockey players. And Rivalry specifically has two main protagonists, are Shane and Ilya, but there's also a little bit of a window into another couple, Scott and Kip. And the author of Rivalry, Rachel Reed, is queer herself. She's bisexual, and she's also married to a queer person as well. And the director and creator of the show is gay. So there are queer people involved in this. This isn't some sort of queer bait in the sense of it's a queer piece of media but is written by straight people or people that present themselves to be straight. This is a piece of work that has a lot of queerness in its production and in its creation, and it's also very paramount in the show because a lot of the scenes aren't made for some sort of fantastical gaze on what gayness is and what queerness is. It feels very real and natural. You know what rivalry is. And to say that the fans hate their actors is a generalization, because there will be some people in the comment section that go, well, that's not me. And if it's not you, babes, then it's not you. I am not talking to you when I mention these things. If you don't act like an idiot on the internet and you don't say rude and despicable things to the actors, then it's fine. Then you're not the one I'm targeting. If it's not you, then this video is not for you. But still watch it though, and comment and subscribe. Like I said, I need that ad revenue money ASAP. No, I really do need it. I want to go for it. I have things I need to do this summer. You guys trying to be ass business. For a show that is about queerness and centers queerness is at the epicenter of the show. You have Ilya being bisexual, you have Scott and Kip and Shane being gay, and acceptance. And the show which relies on its main story, and the theme it has is acceptance and fear of being oneself because of rejection and because of homophobia. The fans are surprisingly, but now I'm much not surprised, very homophobic. For instance, Francois, he plays the character Scott, and Francois is the only openly queer actor on the show, that main actor that we know of. Yes, there is a trans actor, but he plays a supporting character. But Francois is the only openly queer person that we know of. He's bisexual. But the amount of hateful comments that have been said about Francois, the amount of slurs that have been thrown at Francois. So you'd see people saying demeaning things about him whenever he's hanging out with Connor, who plays Ilya, and they say things like he is grooming a 25-year-old. Mind you, Francois is in his 40s. He's in his early 40s. I think he just turned 40. And Connor's story is 25 turning 26. Or I believe he's already turned 26. And people are calling Francois a groomer. Mind you, we don't even know what their relationship is. We just know they're co-stars and they're friends. Also, can't men be friends? And now he's getting slurs thrown at him because people do not like the fact that the only openly queer person on the show, queer actor on the show who is bisexual, is hanging out with a man they like. He's hanging out with a man that they fantasize all about. And now they're throwing slurs at him. I have seen screenshots of people calling him the F word. And it's like, we're in 2026. I thought we've left all this behind. I thought we left all this in the 2000s, babes. I thought growing up it was all about don't say that. Now you're saying it. And the show that is very queer, and the show that is very gay, seeing a portrayal of gay sex, we're seeing a portrayal of gay relationships, and people, and these actors, these characters being afraid to truly be themselves because of the kind of environment and society we live in, and you guys are still depicting said hateful behavior. Isn't that funny? So not only are people being hateful towards the only openly person, queer actor on the show, people are also being hateful to Hudson Williams. Hudson Williams plays Shane, and if you watch the show, Shane is half Asian, and Hudson Williams is also half Asian in real life. People constantly and are continuously being racist towards him. People doxed his girlfriend. People made assumptions about his sexuality. He hasn't even said anything. Mind you, we had an experience back in, not too long ago actually, about 4 years ago, with people forcing the then teenager Kid Connor about what his sexuality was, and he had to come out. He was forcefully made to come out as bisexual. No one owes you that. No one owes you their sexuality. Just because someone plays a queer character, just because someone carries and presents themselves in a certain way, they don't owe you shit. You don't need to know Hudson's sexuality. You don't need to know if he's bisexual, if he's straight, whatever. You don't need to know, because it's none of your fucking business, mate. We were doxing his girlfriend and trying to find out who his girlfriend was. He had to actually make a post and post pictures with his girlfriend, and there were still people in the conversation going, that's not his girlfriend, he's just faking it, guys, he's just faker. And then he on Valentine's Day posted the screenshot like, my girl, she's been with me since I was poor and broke. And people were then being hateful towards his girlfriend because people were like, oh my god, what? He is not gay? He did not post his boyfriend on his story? Why are you forcing your fantasies onto strangers? Just because they play the character that you like, just because they happen to be in the show that you like, you do not have to project your fantasies and your ideals onto someone else. You know how crazy that sounds. What I don't understand is not only being hateful towards people that bring a certain medium to life, but then also being hateful to them in ways that stand against what medium you love. Heater Driver is clearly anti-homophobia. They even, in episode 6, Scott talks about the hateful speech and the hateful language that were used in the locker rooms that made him unsafe, because he knew that was his existence. He knew that he was the very thing they hated, but especially for his sport he considers family. So why are you being hateful? Not that you guys being homophobic, you're also being racist. And it's very sad because the actors that play the main protagonist, Connor Story and Hudson Williams, are fairly new to this. Yes, they've been acting for a while. Yes, they've been working actors, but they haven't been working actors that gained momentum. Heater Driver has opened a lot of doors that they couldn't even imagine. It has taken them to places that they never even dreamed of. They aren't even prepared So now, not only are their fandom being so unsupportive, they're also being spiteful and hateful as well. And the hate isn't just towards Francois and there are people that are being hateful and sending hate to Connor. So they'll put Hudson on the pedestal and then throw and say shameful things about Connor, which is so annoying because not only are you being hateful to people you don't even know. Hudson Williams and Connor's story are quite close. They've mentioned so many times that they gained a genuine friendship from the show, that they became friends, that they even call each other soulmates. They call each other best friends. And not only are you putting, I don't want to say a strain, but not only are you affecting that relationship, you're also affecting individuals. And it's like, your behavior might affect how season 2 happens to be. And for a show that has done so much good, such a good and huge impact in the queer community and in fandom space in general. For instance, a girl that edited a very viral clip of Heated Rivalry back in December. It was one of the few clips when we had about 3 episodes out that gained a lot of momentum and became viral. She got a job at HBO for her editing. Like, the show doing so much good and touching lives, intentionally and unintentionally. And you guys are raining on the parade. You guys are raining on the hard work of Jacob Turney, of Hudson Williams, of Connor's story, of Francois, on Robbie Graham. You're also raining on the hard work of, I want to say her name is Senior Danella. I cannot pronounce her name. Yes, people call it smart. I do not call it smart. I call it a well thought out romance, because I haven't seen any romance in years that have moved me, especially romance TV series that have moved me the way Heated Rivalry did. And it's like, what the fuck? But like I said earlier in my video, if you want to hear an educated take on parasocialism and how people act in fandoms and just fandom behavior, I'm going to link videos I can remember that made an impact in my thinking about it. But in general, why be hateful? Even the actors had to write a fucking statement and tell you, do not be racist, do not be bigoted, do not be this. Oh my god, do they have to hold your hands and tell you that you shouldn't be hateful towards people? Do you know how insane that is? They're basically schooling adults. And most of the fandom are adult. Yes, there are teenagers watching it, and yes, there are teens that are watching Heated Rivalry, and the whole moment of episode 5 and episode 6 is doing so much for them, is making them feel seen. You're also raining on those teens as well. What is wrong with you guys? This video has gone longer than I wanted it to, but this is the first episode of the series. Trust me, there are a lot of fans. Best believe. Icons, I'll be coming for you next. But if you liked the video, don't forget to like, if you liked the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I want to hear your thoughts down below. Let me know. Okay, bye.